Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to kill two birds with one stone here. We're going to talk about the new Battlefield update 4.2.1 that was just announced today, and the developer notes for the new Vault Weapon Overhaul that were released a couple days ago. Both include new information, and the patch notes for 4.2.1 fix some things that have plagued the game for quite a long time. As always, there are always some changes in these patch notes that are very, let's say, controversial. So we'll go over everything. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys so much for hitting 44,400 subscribers. Little 444 action right there. Thank you so much. And yeah, let's just jump right into things. Let's start with the new update 4.2.1 first. This update should be coming out on Tuesday next week. It is not out yet for those that are wondering. In the map section, on the new discarded rework, there were apparently some spawn points that they neglected to remove from the old version of discarded that were spawning people so far out of bounds that they actually couldn't run in bounds in time, and that would result in them dying. There were multiple Reddit posts about this that I saw, and that has since been fixed in this update. I typically like to keep these videos void of any sort of complaining, but I'll just throw this one tidbit in here. How could you possibly rework discarded and neglect removing the old spawn points? That's just, something for thought. Let me know in the comments section if that's something you noticed as well. But moving on to the collection and customization improvements in this update, they've apparently fixed a ton of things that have gone wrong with the new plus menu, removing and adding attachment system. They fixed the fact that sometimes it would show incorrect stats, sometimes it would show the incorrect attachment, sometimes it would show the wrong selection. So say you're on the right row, but you're actually on the left row, it would just be all bugged and stuff. So they fixed a bunch of stuff with the plus menu. Should work smoothly now. And the biggest change in this entire new patch, in my opinion, from the gameplay improvement section, this change is long overdue. And it reads as follows: resolved an issue that resulted in the camera being pulled down too significantly upon landing while aimed down sights. If you don't know what this bug was, here is a clip. Dude, fucking... Let's just say I'm extremely satisfied with that fix. Moving on though, air-to-ground missiles will now deal higher damage when fired at a laser-designated target. I was under the impression that they were already dealing higher damage, but apparently they weren't, and this is actually kind of crazy. I mean, vehicles are just going to take an insane amount of damage from air-to-ground missiles now when they're laser designated. In my opinion, the recoilless rifle is already way too easy to hit. This just increases the damage even further. The vehicle versus infantry balance is just completely out of whack in this game, as everything else is. Unfortunate. And last in the general improvements section, the vehicle cooldown timer has finally been fixed in the deploy screen and will now properly display the correct amount of time until a vehicle spawns. This has been broken for as long as I remember, and as it currently stands, right now, if you're waiting for a vehicle to spawn and say you open the menu up and you see there are 13 seconds left until the vehicle is left to spawn, it would never update that amount of time, and it will be stuck at 13 seconds infinitely unless you exit the menu and then reopen it. Only then will the time actually update. And finally, the final important change in update 4.2.1 to mention, explosive damage will now be applied towards transport helicopters alongside the impact damage of the projectile. Whoa, this is a crazy change. Let me explain why. So obviously if you hit, say, a Super Hind with a recoilless rifle, you're going to deal, 20, 25 damage, whatever it might be. Now, on top of that 20 or 25 damage, you're going to receive additional explosive damage, which is crazy. So you're probably going to be dealing 30, 35 damage to the Super Hind or Condors now, and this is on top of the fact that in the previous patch, they just increased the amount of damage the Super Hind and the Condor take from incoming projectiles of all types. They are going the completely wrong way in terms of how to balance the transport helicopters in this game. Sure, the transport helicopters are incredibly tanky, but the transport helicopters in all Battlefield games are incredibly tanky. They are supposed to be that way because they're big, slow transport vehicles that are meant to transport people from one place to another. They're going the wrong way in terms of balancing them because they're not addressing the real problems of the transport vehicles. The real problems are the fact that they are incredibly good at killing things, more so than the attack vehicles. The obvious and much easier solution is to simply reduce their effectiveness. And how would you go about reducing their effectiveness? You remove the weaponry that is enabling the effectiveness, i.e. the full auto and limited ammo 40mm grenade launcher that two-shots people. Maybe that weapon dice. You ever think about that? That is it for the update 4.2.1 patch notes. Now let's move on to the dev notes regarding the Vault Weapon overhaul. Before I jump into things, if you enjoyed the video so far, hit the like button and of course subscribe to the channel. I post videos regularly and I stream every single day at twitch.tv/enders. First link in the description. It's free, drop my channel a follow. Now, some of the information here regarding the Vault Weapon overhaul is going to be redundant, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to briefly go over it. Basically, in Season 5, Vault Weapons are receiving 2042 attachments. They listened to our quote-unquote feedback on this, and all of the weapons are going to receive some sort of major attachment overhaul, new scopes, new barrels, new magazines, all that sort of stuff. Now, what we didn't have when they told us that was the actual attachment list itself and sort of their reasoning for why they're going to do this. We also now have a full list of the attachments these weapons are going to receive, as well as what weapons are going to be tweaked first. The first weapons are going to receive some attachments from 2042 are the ACWR, the M16A3, A91, M416, MTAR21, AEK971, and the Gall Sniper Magnum. All of these weapons will be receiving 2042 attachments first, with the other weapons, such as the SMGs and other things like that, receiving their attachments a little later in Season 5. I know what some of you are probably asking, Enders, like, does the AEK get an extended mag? Yes, it does. The AEK971 is getting an extended mag. In fact, all of the ARs here that are mentioned are getting extended mags, which includes the M16A3. I'm just curious as to how extended they're going to be. Are they getting 40 rounders? Are they getting 60 round drum magazines? Like, what are we going to give to these weapons? I think a lot of these attachments actually raise some interesting balance questions because the M16A3, as it stands right now, is already a top 4 AR in the game. If you give that access to an extended mag, lower recoil via some sort of barrel attachment, and just better underbarrels, I mean, that's gonna be a very, very potent weapon right there. But I do think the Vault Weapon overhaul is good for the game. I think it's going to elevate some of the worst ARs in the game, such as the ACWR and the A91, to a usable state, which is long overdue. And overall, I think it's a beneficial change to the game that people have been asking for a while. That is going to do it for this video, guys. Again, thank you guys so much for hitting 44,400 subs. You guys are absolutely crazy. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Follow my Twitch stream, join the Discord, follow my Twitter, all the things, all the links are in the description, and I'll see you guys later.